podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Abbasi. I'm a grateful, recovering alcoholic and stroke survivor. Today has been craft day. I was inspired by my sponsee who asked for a candle. She was my first shipping customer on my Etsy store. And so I sent her a free candle and she texted me last night and was like, I'm all out of my candle and it's amazing. I want another one. Of course, she was going to pay me, and I'm like, I'll make you a candle for free. So, I mean, it's my sponsee. I can't charge my sponsee. So I went to go make her the lavender candle, but I'm out of lavender. So I thought, well, if I can't make lavender, why don't I make 20 million candles? So today I made, and it's almost too scented in this room that I'm in right now. I made we're calling it La Vanilla because I ran out of lavender and I added vanilla. And then a scent called Cashmere, a scent called Emerald Agave, and then I have Espresso, and I have Cucumber Garden. And it smells really good. It's very smelly in here. It's very smelly in here in a good way. So I'm going to put the candles on my Etsy store because you guys are not my sponsees. And I'm going to sell them for $10 a piece. And if you want to see a sample of what size they are, I'm going to show it on the camera. That's the size. And they come with a little wooden lid. So anyway, if you're interested, and your local would be better and you can come pick it up. Otherwise, I will figure out how to ship candles. I fear that they will melt in the summertime, but they smell really good. So that's what I've been doing today. I also had a project I was working on. It was an idea I had, and I posted a picture of a rock that I painted on Facebook. So if you follow me on Facebook, I think it also automatically posts on Instagram. But I painted a rock that just happened to be the shape of my dog Autumn's head. And so I painted a colored rainbow version of her head on a rock. And so I posted a picture of that. And the idea was to put the rock down and have like this spot in the neighborhood where you can have your dog can take a ball or leave a ball. So today I painted a rock that says take a ball, leave a ball. And I'm going to put it out by Autumn's Rock and see what happens. Right now, everyone's just taking balls. Nobody's leaving balls. So I did have take a ball, leave a ball on Autumn's rock head, but I don't think you can see it very clearly. So now I have another rock that more clearly says take a ball, leave a ball. So if nothing else, we are bringing a ball like once a day because we have so many that Autumn walks around the neighborhood and she collects balls and she brings them back home. And so other dogs like just, I guess, drop their ball and leave them behind. So Autumn collects them. And so we have lots of balls. So that's why I came up with the idea to take a ball, leave a ball. That way we can give back. So that is going on today. And I'm also creating some thank you cards, and we'll see how they turn out. But what I'm doing is these thank you cards are old graduation thank you cards for my kids. And they're black on the front and it says thank you in gold. And I have a ton of them and I never threw them away. I mean, these were like high school graduation thank you cards and I still have them because I was trying to think of what to do with them. So I came up with an idea today and I'm going to paint them starting with the base of what it has, which is black, a black background with gold thank you. And so I painted with a watery white acrylic and made it all splotchy so that it would look like a cloudy night sky. And I'm going to add a branch that goes across the card with a little owl on it that is looking up at the thank you. And then I'm also going to make another one that is a little kitty cat in the tall grass that's looking up at the thank you. So we'll see how they turn out, but I wanted to send some thank you cards to people who sent me cards and gifts for my birthday. So that's what I'm doing. It's craft day every day at the Abbasi house. So now we're going to switch gears, and our topic today is about how octopi, I don't know, an octopus is like alcoholism. And it struck me this morning. I was sharing this morning and I started talking about, I'm like, alcoholism just has like all these tentacles that like reach every part of my life. And immediately I was thinking of an octopus, and I'm like, that's what my podcast is going to be about today. How do we outsmart, right? Octopus are supposed to be really smart. How do we outsmart our disease? And the disease like that once had me all tangled up in all kinds of ways. So the metaphor of alcoholism as an octopus. That is my morning revelation, and that is what we will talk about today. So, where do I start? Like the disease of alcoholism, just in ways of how its tentacles reach every part of my life. Like it's physical, it's emotional, it's spiritually deadening, and it's an understatement to say a mental toll on us. Recovery requires a new state of mind. And the way that we get to that new state of mind, I believe, is through fellowship, is through my sobriety program. So octopus, as this disease of alcoholism, is smart, it's slippery, and it's adaptable. An octopus, I don't know if you have read the book. If you haven't, I recommend it. It's called Beautiful Creature, I think it's called. Something to the effect of Beautiful Creature, and it's about an octopus. And the octopus is an escape artist. And the octopus is clever and can camouflage itself. And so can my disease. It can camouflage itself so well that I would be in denial for so many years that I didn't even have it. The tentacles of the disease, it touches relationships, it touches my own self-worth, it touches the decisions that I make. It touches my physical health, it touches my finances, and it even touched my faith or lack thereof. So just when you feel like you've got it under control, like you've got it cornered, the disease will find a way to slip out and reinvent itself. And so in early recovery, that shows up in so many different ways. Our character defects, perfectionism, people pleasing, control problems, over controlling, like all of the anger, fear, all of these character defects that the steps help us to look at. to peel back like an onion. And I was also thinking this morning, like this octopus and all of its tentacles, it's not just existing, but it's wrapping those tentacles around all of these facets of my life and strangling them, strangling me. These tentacles of shame and secrecy and ego, like all of the thinking, stinking thinking, the reacting instead of responding, the hiding instead of facing my fears, and constantly trying to manage it all on my own. So, how do you outsmart an octopus? Like, how do you outsmart the disease? And I feel that I've never been approached by an octopus. But if I were, I would imagine that you can try to grip those tentacles and rip them off of you, and I bet you that he is stronger than you. So, how do you how do you beat that? And what I was thinking of is the surrender. What somebody mentioned in my meeting this morning is that a problem, this is an Einstein quote, a problem can't be solved by the same state of mind that created it. And so this disease, these character defects, we can't, if we keep that same frame of mind, we can't resolve them. We have to surrender. We have to lean into faith and fellowship and get honest and get humble. The octopus wants to isolate me. My disease wants to isolate me. And recovery, the fellowship, honesty, faith, humility, all of these things connect me. They connect me to, again, the one thing that I believe is the key. I mean, I say that all the time. I must have a million episodes talking about the key to sobriety is, and I'll name willingness. Oh, in the next episode, the key to sobriety is honesty. It's really all of these things are keys. I don't think that there's anything alone that will beat the octopus. With all of those tentacles, if it was that easy, we wouldn't need a sobriety program. So needing probably to approach each one of those tentacles in different ways. And I can do that by transforming myself, by like the Einstein quote says, I have to adjust my mindset. And that's really the surrender, where I am really just slipping out of the grasp of the octopus. The same parts of me the disease tried to strangle are now thriving in recovery. Empathy, creativity, resilience. You know what I was thinking about yesterday and today? I was like, I am spending every day swimming in these areas of my life that I love that I didn't know that I loved until I medically retired. So, the creativity and the empathy, doing the podcast and getting to reach out and talk about, I mean, I've always been a very sensitive person. I always have been. And someone that I meet in life, if they don't think that I'm a very sensitive person, then it's because I was hiding it. Because it is absolutely what is the core of me is sensitive, crying, bubbling, babbling mess. That's what the core of me has always been. But in sobriety, I get to use that. They're my superpowers. I get to use them to make myself happy on a daily basis, to build resilience for myself. And then I get to talk about it. I get to do crafts with it. I get to help others with it. I get to fix things that are broken with it. So I've just been leaning a lot into my Etsy shop over the past couple days. I had made some silver chain bracelets with charms on them. And so I just loaded them onto my Etsy shop and I made these candles, which might I add, side note, the smell is so potent right now that it's burning the back of my nose with all of these scents are all mixed into one. Goodness. So I get to spend every day doing these things that I didn't know I loved so much. I didn't know. I mean, I always knew that I loved doing crafts. Like when my kids were young, I would order the little craft box to come in the mail. So once a month, we would sit down and do crafts, which I loved it. I thought I was doing it for them. Clearly, I was doing it for me. So I'm using all of these tentacles now for healing. All of the stuff that was trying to strangle me, I've been able to now transform myself into something is that I can find joy. All of these things are now allowing me to find joy every day. So, I find that recovery is a process of loosening the tentacles of the octopus. And sometimes it's like you can one of the tentacles will loosen and another one will grip me tighter, but I don't have to wrestle with the octopus anymore. I can just surrender. It's like I'm turning myself into an escape artist. It's like I am transforming my shape so that I can slip out of the octopus grasp. I can let go. I can ask for help. I can choose a different state of mind to resolve the problems that I once created in my life. So that's what I got. I mean, it was an interesting idea that I had this morning, so it was fun to talk it through. Thanks for listening. I'm going to get out of this room because it's way, way stinky, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.